pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order. Arms. Right. Face. Forward. Arms.
So I'm going to say good morning again. This time, let's have a little stronger response. Some of y'all are just waking up, seniors. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. That's more like it. We're excited you're here this morning. I am Brian Thomas, the senior counselor for the class of 2019, and I'd like to welcome all of you here today, seniors, senior parents, guests. We're very excited about holding our first ever senior signing day. We know that seniors could have chosen to stay home today and sleep in, but we're glad you're here to help celebrate the success that you've had in reaching your college and career goals. And so just briefly, I want to share the purpose of Senior Signing Day. This is a fairly recent movement across the nation around high schools in the U.S. Usually on around May 1st or sometimes a little later. High schools around the nation will have events like this to recognize the seniors who've signed with college, military, or apprenticeships. So our purpose today is to celebrate our senior success in being admitted to the military and or college. This is a huge milestone for each of you have reached, and we are incredibly proud of you. Each year we recognize student athletes who sign to play a sport in college, and that is a very worthwhile event. However, we want to recognize all of our seniors who have worked hard in the classroom these past 4 years, put in countless hours studying on their own, prepping for the SAT or ACT, and giving back to your community. Today, we recognize and celebrate your success in reaching your college and career goals. Now, as you are probably already aware, the journey you will embark on this fall when you start college and ultimately earn your degree 4 years from now will provide advantages for you for the rest of your life. For example, college graduates on average earn 56% more than high school graduates, according to data compiled by the Economic Policy Institute. Bachelor degree holders are 47% more likely to have health insurance provided through their job, and their employers contribute 74% more to their health coverage. Life expectancy is also longer for those who attend college. Studies suggest that those who have attended at least some college can expect to live 7 years longer than their peers with no post-secondary education. So these are just a few of the rewards that you can expect to earn by completing your college degree. For those of you enlisted in the military, you will learn essential skills like teamwork, commitment, communication, and problem solving. And when you enroll in college, the amazing benefits of the GI Bill will be waiting for you to take advantage of. If you qualify for the maximum benefit, the GI Bill will cover the full cost of public in-state tuition and fees. This benefit also provides money for housing as well as books and supplies. Before I go any further, I want to take a moment to thank our community sponsors, Franklin Toyota, Herff Jones, and the Lions Club. We'll have a drawing when we're finished today for 3 $200 scholarships. The Lions Club is actually will be for $250. And this is all due to the generosity of our sponsors. I would also like to thank Lori and Patrick Mallard with Mallard Promotions for providing a small parting gift for all of the seniors today when you leave. And I'd like to now thank some of the sponsors who may be here. I know from the Lions Club, we have Sanders Sidow and Forrest Sidow and Angie Dan. Do we have anyone from Franklin Toyota or Herff Jones? And along with, so let's take a brief moment. For any of our corporate sponsors who are here, please stand for just a moment. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you. I would also like to thank some of the people who helped put on this event. Ms. Cynthia Dean, who could not be here today, her mother's having surgery. She did a lot of the work behind the scenes and helped secure our corporate sponsorships and got the sign for us and did a lot of the work for us leading up to it. So if you see Ms. Dean, be sure to thank her. And I want to thank all of our senior teachers who've helped out this morning and this week leading up to the event. Special guests today, we may have some folks from the Board of Education. Mr. Wilson was going to try to make it over if time permitted. I don't see Mr. Wilson, but we have Haley Green from Public Relations, and she's our Public Relations Specialist for Bullitt County Schools. Thank you, Ms. Green, for coming today. And we have a couple of representatives from the U.S. military who will be joining our students who are enlisting. And from the U.S. Marines, we have Staff Sergeant Sullivan, who's waved that back there. And from the U.S. Air Force, and from the U.S. Air Force, we have Master Sergeant Ross. Thank you, Sergeant Ross. Hopefully I'm not leaving anybody else out. If so, I apologize. This is the first event, the first senior signing event that we've ever held like that. Like I've mentioned before, so if we make any mistakes or leave anybody out, please forgive us. We'll look to improve this event moving forward. All right, so in just a minute, we're going to have our guest speaker come and give a short message to you all. I'm going to make some remarks about our guest speaker, and then we'll ask him to come forward. Today, we have the privilege of having Mr. Fred Hill join us today. We're very excited to have Mr. Hill speak to our seniors. Mr. Hill is the Director of Human Resources and Workforce Development Manager with HASAT Company here in Statesboro. Mr. Hill created the Human Resources Department at HASAT and implemented organizational structure, training, and recruitment programs. Mr. Hill's responsibilities include leadership training, improving employee productivity, and providing guidance and coaching to management. Prior to this position, he was the Human Resource Manager at Walmart Logistics for 12 years. Mr. Hill has a huge presence in our community, having served on numerous boards, including the United Way Board of Directors, Joseph's Home for Boys, and the Agiti Technical College Board of Directors. In 2005, Mr. Hill received the Dean Day Smith Service to Mankind Award, and he gives motivational speeches for a multitude of events around Bullitt County. Please join me in giving a warm Blue Devil welcome to Mr. Fred Hill.
First of all, this is not going to work. Because if I stand back here, could you guys even see me? And that's what I thought. You laugh, but that's good. That's fine. Good morning. Hope everybody's doing well. This is a first, right? This event? Yeah, so that's great. So when I was asked to come speak, I got to thinking, I said, well, what do I talk to these guys about? And I put together a program several years ago. I've actually taken it all over the state of Georgia, where I mainly work with construction instructors, construction students throughout the state, because that's at HSI, that's what we do. We're a construction company. But what's happened over the years, when I do an event at a school, I find myself being drugged back to that school by the principal saying, hey, you know, the speech you just gave those kids, my entire school needs to hear it. So what that's evolved into over the past 3 years, every year I kind of make adjustments to it and listen to certain leaders. I steal from here, steal from there, but my goal is simply this. I'm in human resources and I deal with people, a lot of young people. And what we did, 10 years ago, there was a study done in the state of Georgia where they did a survey of several hundred industries and businesses. And the goal was to find out why are so many of our young people losing their first jobs. And what we discovered was simply this. Every situation you look at, and reason for terminations and root causes, what you find out is it was due to the lack of soft skills. So I put together a soft skill speech and program. And what I did is I took and looked at my own company, because you know, when you go out and you want to talk about and talk to people, you need to first check your own back door, make sure your stuff's straight, you know what I'm saying? So I did, and ours wasn't so good. So I picked on my own self and my own company, my own leadership team, because we don't do as well as we can with growing our people. So this is a good dose of medicine, not only for other industries and schools and students and teachers and faculty members and all that, but it's also a good dose for my own company, my own house. But we talk about the soft skills project and the soft skill issues. So what I want to do today is, my soft skill speech is an hour long. Y'all got an hour? I didn't think so. Okay, because I don't even. Matter of fact, I got a meeting here in a little while with my boss. But what I did is I decided to abbreviate it, but I just want to give you a taste of it. And I want you to really think about what I'm about to tell you and what I'm about to walk you through. Because I want to break down the actual root causes and all these soft skills we're talking about. And what I'll do to make it, for time's sake, I'll just give you some brief examples as I hit on some of these topics. But here are the soft skills, very simple. Appearance. Show of hand if you think that's important. This is just for the students. Let's do it again. Come on. Oh, okay, I'll tell you what. All right, let's back up. Okay, seniors, look at me. Y'all look, are y'all awake? Okay, all right, how about everybody stand? Seniors, stand, come on, stand, come on. Hey, this is my time. Okay, y'all stand. Okay, let's do this, because this always works for me. Okay, my name is what? Okay, let's try it again. My name is Fred. Okay, now on the count of 3, I want you to tell me your name. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now that you told me your names, we're friends. Pleased to meet you. Y'all can have a seat. Now we can talk. Okay. Appearance, professional image, just real quick. I'll share this story with you. I was at a job fair here in town at the Getchu Technical College. And I had a young man come up to me and he said he was changing his major from game warden in forestry to welding. So I asked him why. And he said, well, I really want to be a game warden. I said, what is your passion? I really want to be a game warden. Well, why are you changing? Well, they said I can. Who said you can? My instructor. And what reasons did they give you? Because I have tattoos. I was like, wow. You mean the fact that you got visible tattoos on your body, you cannot follow your dream? And I gotta tell you, it broke my heart, because it's a young guy and he really wants to be a game warden. But because of the decision that he's made and a choice that he's made, he can no longer fulfill that dream. Think about that when we talk about appearance and professional image. Attendance and punctuality. I'll go back to one of my Walmart stores real quick. Had a young man, he just got married, father, baby, very young in life, but he had some attendance issues. He got all the way to the point that he was at the point of losing his job. So I brought him in early one morning, around 5:30, I had him come in, and the shift started at 6. And the decision was made, he was done, he was losing his job. But every termination that I do, I want to take that moment, because it's not the end of the world. I want to take that moment to make it a teachable experience, something you can learn from, something you can grow from. So I had him come to my office, we walked out, and he's like, I can't believe you fired me because my baby was sick. I said, no, dude. Take your guilt trip somewhere else, my friend. There's no work here. No, you're losing your job because all of these other choices that you made not to come to work over a 16-week period. You made choices not to come to work. This is why you're losing your job. But I want to show you something. So we went to the break room, and there were about a half a dozen people in the break rooms. Some of them were reading newspapers. Some of them were reading up stuff on their phone. And some of them was just kicked back drinking coffee. And I said, you see all those people in there? Yeah. What time do you think their shift starts? Well, those folks just got off. No, they didn't. Those folks are getting ready to go to work. They're here 30 to 40 minutes early because they made a choice that they're going to be on time for work. So what they've done is they've allotted time in the event something happens. When you come in and tell me I'm late for work because I had a flat tire, well, you never hear that from those folks because they've made a choice to come to work on time. So attendance, punctuality, very important. Social media. How y'all doing with that? Having fun? No, you're not. It's driving you crazy, and you know it. Quick story. And again, I'm not going to call any names. I always tell the students I never call names because 9 out of 10 I might be talking about some of y'all kinfolk. And I don't want y'all to go to the family reunion and go, hey, I heard what Mr. Fred said about you. So we're not going to let that happen. But I want to tell you, social media guys, if I were you, I'd unplug from it. Because I'll give you a perfect example. I have a lady that does an awesome job in our office, accounts payable, does a great job. This was about 2 weeks ago. She come to work, and this is a grandmother. And she was so mad. I mean, she was furious. And I waited a while, hoping that she would calm down. But that didn't happen. So now I gotta get involved. So I went to her office and I sat down and I looked at her. And again, I can't call her name. So I said, Minnie Mouse, please talk to me. What has got you so upset? And she grabbed her phone and she looked at me and said, you won't believe what my stepsister said about me on Facebook. Yeah. It's to that point. Choices. I'd unplug, and I'm gonna leave that alone. But I'll tell you what, here's a good one. www.itdon'tmatter.com or www.whocares.com. Okay? So when you think about if someone puts something ugly on Facebook or social media, just squash it. You know who you are. You're bigger than that. Discipline and character. And I want to tell you something about discipline. It's very important. Discipline is simply this. Do what needs to be done. Do it when it needs to be done. Do it the best way that it can be done. And do it that way every single time. Y'all got that? This means yes, this means no. We got it? I'll say it again if I need to. Because I think that is so important, young people, that you're disciplined in everything. Because especially you guys going in the military. Military guys, am I right? Oh yeah, you're gonna need discipline. Okay? And the next one as we move through this, communication. I think there's enough said about that one. You gotta talk. Say what's on your mind. Speak clearly. But remember why you have 2 ears and 1 mouth. You gotta listen twice as much as you talk. And like I always tell my leaders, seek first to understand before trying to be understood. It's very important with communication. Productivity. You just can't be lazy. Period. Period. Okay? She's laughing. You know somebody that's lazy, sweetie? Is that what it is? Okay, that's what I thought. I used to get that too. I know some too. Trust me, I work with some. Responsibility. Organization. I'm going to run through the rest of them really quick, and I'm going to hit on a couple highlights, and then I'll sit down. Self-management, time management, teamwork, and work ethic. I just want to ask you one question when it comes to work ethic. How well do you guys get along with folks that don't look like you? Okay. That good, huh? Okay. Well, I just want to tell you, if you have an issue now, you need to get that worked out, okay? Because I got a favorite song that says, we all bleed the same. So whatever those issues are that you picked up early in life, you need to squash that. Because you might be able to get away with having issues with other folk while you up until this point, but when you go out into that real world, you want to have that fixed, okay? Because you're going to be working with people that don't look like you, and you want to be successful. So, when I rolled all this up into it, man, I tell you, it's killing me that I can't give y'all the whole speech. It really is, but maybe some other time. But I rolled all this into, y'all heard me say several times, choices, choices. And that is the foundation of everything we do. It all starts with a choice. Everything that I touched on, it started with a choice. You made a decision to get a tattoo, that was a choice. You made a decision to lie to your parents about where you were last weekend, that was a choice. You made a choice to smoke that joint when you know you shouldn't have. That was a choice. You made a choice to get your Uncle Bob, because he's over 21, to buy you a six-pack. You made a choice. Choices, choices, choices. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you, choices don't stay choices. They then become habits. Attendance. You were late for school. And chances are, if you don't break that habit, you're going to be late for work. Personal appearance. You like to walk around with your pants hanging off your butt? I'm sorry. You don't change that, you're going to want to do it at work. And I guess what? You can't work at my place like that. Choices. They become habits. And eventually, they become what we call automatic. The default system. It's just what we do now. Hey, how did Jerry get the nickname Crackhead? Well, guess what? He made a choice. Just became a habit, became automatic. Now it's his identity. You know, old Larry over there, you just can't believe nothing he says. He's just a liar. How did he get that? Well, he made a choice to not tell the truth. And then it becomes our nature. And if you notice, I've spelled the word change. And here's what I want to leave you with. A question, young people. What are you going to change your life to? Are you going to change it to something positive, and you're going to make by making positive choices and positive decisions and surrounding yourself with positive people? Are you going to just simply make choices to be liked and to fit in and just be a part of? Real quick, look at somebody next to you and say, no, you gotta look at somebody, yeah, there you go. You gotta look at somebody. Now here's what I want you to say. Here's what I want you to say. And say it to them loud. Everybody don't like you. If everybody like you, you're not doing it right. Okay, young people, y'all got that? We good? We good? All right, that's my time. Congratulations. I want to wish you well. I'll leave my phone number here for someone. If you want to call me, if you're trying to get a job and you got issues and you need advice, I'll open myself up for that because you guys mean that much to us. You're our future. And we wish you well and thank you for your time.
Well, I hate to follow up that because I can tell you I'm not nearly the speaker that Mr. Hill is, and I do want to thank him for taking some time out of his busy day to give you all a message that I think is very important. Again, let's give him one more round of applause. Thank you, Mr. Hill. Thank you, Fred. Okay, so let me tell you all briefly how things will kind of work today. We are going to recognize our seniors who are enlisting with the military first, and then we'll move into our students who are attending college after that. Each college or branch of the military will be called out and displayed on the screen here in a moment. The fight song for your college or branch of the military will play while you make your way to the stage. You'll hand your name card to Miss Edwards at the front, And parents, we ask that you hold your applause until all the students are recognized. Seniors, when you reach the stage and when you come to the front of the table there, Mr. Corbin will be there, and he'll hand you what we call our College Completion Pledge. And this is just like a little certificate and a reminder of your pledge to complete college or complete your obligation to the military. And it's got 5 things on there that we think are important for your success in college. And some of them are very basic, but you'd be surprised. Some of the basic things not everyone does, like Mr. Hill mentioned there. You will pledge. You're making your pledge to graduate, and as such, you will pledge to attend classes as scheduled, participate in all class-related activities, seek help when you are struggling with a class. I will apply for financial aid by filing the FAFSA every year, and I will meet regularly with my academic advisor. Those are the minimum things that you'll need to do. You'll need to do a lot more. And if I could add one more thing, I would say 2 words: office hours. If you haven't figured out office hours yet for your professor, I think you will in the fall, because a lot of times you don't quite get all the information you need in class. And so every professor has office hours. I would encourage you to take advantage of that this fall if you haven't already, all of our dual enrolled students. So we're going to get started now. I'll ask Ms. Edwards to come forward, and when you see your logo and announce your college, please come forward. We're going to start with our military first. Okay, gotcha, thank you. Okay, so U.S. Army, please come forward. All right, our U.S. Army enlistees did not make it this morning. We have 2 more branches to recognize. United States Marines, any seniors signing with the U.S. Marines, please come forward. Timothy Morris. U.S. Air Force. Matthew Redwine. Moving to our colleges, Auburn University. Clayton Snyder. Augusta University. Savannah Kane. Sarah Connor. Nyla Bishop Strobridge. Clark Atlanta University. Kiana Stanley. Clayton State University. Jacarla Davis. East Georgia State College. Allison Maynard. Amanda Cruz. Fort Valley State University. Moving right along, our next college. Georgia College and State University. Easton Durrance. Claes Mallard. Georgia Southern University. Deshaun Burwell. Nigel Gaines. Sierra Wallace. Ricardo Dahui. Evan Brown. Georgia Southern University, Riley Hanley. Ryan Hanley. Brandon Collins. Liff Mallard. And 3 more from Georgia Southern University. Tyler Sutcliffe. Jackson Hamilton. Michael Vesio. While we're waiting for that to come up, I do want to take a moment to thank our photographer here today, Mr. Ed Sutcliffe, who will give us a wave there in the back. Thank you so much, Mr. Sutcliffe. Many of you may know he attends a lot of our events, especially our athletic events, and takes a lot of great photos and gets those posted for all of our parents and students to see. Now, continuing in our program, Georgia State University. Anaya Stevens. Johns Hopkins University. Carter Schwabe. Kennesaw State University. Jordan Williams. Ageti Technical College. Brian Phillips. Reinhardt University. Cole Landing. Spelman College. Kenneth King. The University of Georgia. Destiny Hartwell. Edmund Bland. Bailey Gunter. Parents, guests, let's give all our seniors a big round of applause for their accomplishments today. Okay, now before we conclude, we have one or two last items. We're going to ask Fred to assist us with this next item. Perhaps the moment many of you have been waiting for. We're going to have a raffle for 3 scholarships. We're going to have 2 $200 scholarships, and we have one raffle drawing from the Lions Club specifically that is for a $250 scholarship. If your name is chosen, you'll need to see me after the reception to fill out some paperwork. You'll probably have to meet with Mrs. McCullough, our bookkeeper. But I've got a box here, all of you who signed in. We put your name in the box here, and then Mr. Hill is going to shake this thing up and draw 3 times for our scholarship drawing. So, Mr. Fred, if you'll do us the honors, please. So our first drawing will be for $200 from one of our sponsors. Herff Jones provided funding for this as well. Evan Brown, who will be attending Georgia Southern University. Our second scholarship will be for the amount of $200. This funding comes from Franklin Toyota, who also helped sponsor us with some other items today. Second drawing goes to Ples Mallard, attending Georgia College and State University. And finally, our last drawing will be for $250, thanks to the generosity of the Lions Club. And this goes to Jordan Williams, attending Kennesaw State University. So again, seniors, if you call your name, find me after we get to the reception in the lunchroom. So again, I want to thank you all for attending. I want to thank all of you who helped in various ways today for the planning for this event. And in just a minute, I believe we have some parting gifts for the seniors. And they'll be giving those out right through this little channel right here, this aisle. So grab your parting gift, and we're going to head to the auditorium where we have some punch, some daylight donuts, and some cake. So how's that sound? Sorry, cafeteria. We're heading to the cafeteria now. Thank y'all very much. We'll see you there shortly.